Welcome guys to Mspuff Creative Corner. This is Claudette where I create projects using stamps, inks, paper, mixed media, embellishments, and a whole lot of joy. And today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I upcycle a cereal box to create gift tags. So if this is something you're interested in, please do stick around. I die cut these 4 tags using the tailor-made tags by Stampin' Up. With this particular die set, you have 2 different designs for your tags, and each design you have 4 different sizes that you could select from. I particularly love the color to the back of the cereal box, and I immediately thought of fall. And also on the side panel had those cute cinnamon toast silly faces. I couldn't pass that one up. This would be an awesome project for kids. If you don't have die cuts punches for tags, you could hand cut those. Just cut out any rectangular shape and put some angles to the corners around them off. Next, just add a hole to the top using a hole puncher or a sharp object. If you have a corner rounder, you could also use that to round off the corners. Now to design the tags. And to design the tags, you could actually cut out designs from the cereal box. They have letters that you could cut out and design and create different wording. In this case, I'm just using leftover scraps that I had from other projects. The sky is the limit here. So on this one, it had like sort of like a star to the top. So I thought, okay, like a witch theme would be nice for this one with the boiling cauldron outside. So I thought that would be ideal. So I'm just positioning the pieces how I would like it. I'm going to pop the cauldron up on some dimensional as well as the witch's hat. So start looking around in your pantry and see what you could create with. You could think about the coffee cups that comes in those cartons. You could think about fruit roll-ups or any candy that comes in those little boxes. And save your boxes for projects like these, especially around the holidays. This is just one idea. If you have upcycled using products like this, I would love to know what you created in the comments down below. I'm going to top this tag off with some twine and a beautiful black glittery bow. And I'm going to add a glue dot to secure my bow. On to our next tag, which is a funny faces. I think this is my favorite. For today's tip, when you have thicker ribbons to go through a smaller hole, you use a needle threader. I'm using the one that came in a travel size sewing kit. So I'm just adding a plum color ribbon, which is our Blackberry Bliss. I did a sentiment to match the ink to match the ribbon, and that's all this tag needs because it speaks for itself. It is hilarious. I love it. And I just found this funniest word I could find was yummy, especially with all those tongues sticking out. I just love it. So I'll be just popping the sentiment up on some dimensional, and then we're good to go on this tag. Now on to our third tag. So I'll be using designer series paper, which is black and white. It's a asymmetrical checkered design, and black and white is so nice for the fall colors, so you could add other pops of colors with it. On these last 2 tags, I'm going to use the opposite side of the tag, which is a craft color, to create these last 2 tags. I am just going to add some color along the edges, give it a distressed look, and I'm using a brown toned family, and we call this color crumb cake in the Stampin' Up world. So I'm just using one of our sponge daubers to do that with. I'm also doing it around the white cardstock on my sentiment. I think it's too much white, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that sentiment down so I could have more of the designer series paper showing. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop the pumpkin as well as my sentiment up on some dimensionals. And I'm just going to put my sentiment on a slant, give it a little style. If you guys are getting any creative value from this video, please consider hitting that like button down below. When you're upcycling using the cereal boxes, you're not only saving, but these tags are more durable. They're very strong. So they're going to hold up too, especially when you're putting your ribbons through those holes. They're going to hold up much better than your regular cardstock. So I'm also going to add some of that Blackberry Bliss ribbon to that, and I'm going to add some twine around that and add a bow to that twine. And if you're new to my channel and you like what you see here, please consider hitting the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you could be notified when I upload my latest videos. So for our last tag, I'll be using designer series paper with a black and white checkered design. I'm also using a black cobweb as well as a black cat that I'll put on the lower right hand corner. On the sentiment, I created a little mini tag which I hand cut. I'm going to add some black stitching around it with our black Stampin' Write marker. I'm also going to add some ink around the edges of that smaller sentiment tag. Then we'll add some dimensionals to the back of our sentiment. So we're going to close in that chipboard color by adding some stitching with the black Stampin' Write marker around the edges of that tag. So to top it off, I'm going to add the black glitter ribbon. So let's bring in our 4 gift tags that we created. I hope you like what you saw here today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.